So it's official, this is the best period of international competition ever. And I thought you were going to score.
Ask a better question, you get a better answer.
Hi guys, welcome back. So many games to get through from this weekend. It's been absolutely amazing. The competition levels are off the scale. The one game I haven't been able to watch is the Ireland game, so super apologies to Irish fans. I will get onto that at some point this week. But I'm going to go through a load of games. I'll try and put them in chapters down below, so skip ahead if you want to get to a particular game. But let's start with Scotland 23, New Zealand 31. Goodness me, let's say it how it is. Scotland should have won. They had this one for the taking. They were all over New Zealand for certain parts. But it didn't start that way. The first 10 minutes was a phenomenal start for New Zealand. Immediately on the charge, those forwards that were so strong against Wales, making ground with ease. Try for the incredibly powerful Takiaho. Warning sign 0-7, deja vu from last week against Wales. And then again, just a few minutes later, chip and regather. Great quick hands from Anton Leonard-Brown. That was off a Surveyor Jackal. That frees Clark. Acres of space. Spot the crossfield kick from Barrett, I think. Talaya. Easy try. What a start. Super slick. 0-14 for the All Blacks. Within a blink of an eye, you know, the heart starts sinking. What is Scotland going to do? It was a tough start for Scotland, but they got going. The scrum looking solid, getting good ball, then a lovely inside pass straight away, freeze Hogg, chip over the top, extreme pace. Goodness me, Hogg looks sharp in this game. Looks like a certain try, but Anton Leonard-Brown definitely impedes Hogg. Penalty try, yellow card. That was big. Get Scotland the momentum going. And the next 10 minutes, first 10 minutes belongs to New Zealand. Second 10 minutes belongs to Scotland. Van der Merwe, an absolute menace all game. Really cutting the New Zealand defence to shreds. If the first 10 minutes belonged to New Zealand, this 10 minutes belonged to Scotland. Van der Merwe cutting loose. He was a real handful. And then Havili, goodness me, they get the ball back and he just ambles across the pitch. You know I'm not sure about Havili as an international centre. And again, just shows it here. A little bit too slow. Graham intercepts the laboured pass from Havili. Great speed, goodness me, in and out on Barrett I think it was. 14-all, what a crazy first 20 minutes, you know, just sets the game up amazingly. And of course with Anton Leonard-Brown off with that yellow card, Scotland have the extra space and they're really exploiting it. And in this second 10 minutes, they really should have bagged a third try. And there's a couple of occasions where Scotland absolutely should have scored, didn't, and it cost them in the end. Into the next 10 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, it's shaping up to a great contest. The Scottish defence is getting a handle on the power of New Zealand. Ritchie's all over the park, some nice jackals. He played really well. And both sides are looking hungry. In attack and defence, the pace is high. Just a cracking game to watch. And this is Scotland's purple period. Russell is just humming. He's hanging in behind, throws an amazing over-the-top ball. Bypasses the whole of the New Zealand midfield. They did that a few times. Hogg, lovely feet to Graham to score, but just a fraction of a foot in touch. Again, the inches here really didn't go Scotland's way, but that's another try. Should have been 2 more tries to Scotland there. That was tough to take. But then 5 metre line out Scotland. They're all over New Zealand. Russell just overcooks the grubber through. Again, another try I think should have been scored there. At least they get the penalty. Now, New Zealand know they need to get back into this. Their strength has been their forward, so that's where they're going. The pack trying to really get the mauls and scrums going, which seems sensible. But Scotland hanging tough. Big counter clear from Hogg disrupts, followed by a massive scrum and another penalty. New Zealand starting to leak those penalties. Scotland keeping the momentum going. And towards half-time, Scotland are absolutely on fire. 39 minutes, Russell transforming the team, great go forward. And then that magic ball again over the top from Russell to Van der Merwe. It looks like, for all money, like Scotland are going over the line, but Superman Ardy Surveyor saves the day there. So that's a 5th try that probably should have gone in. They're leading at half-time 17-14, but definitely should have been more. Now, Scotland start off the second half exactly how they finished it. Van der Merwe causing havoc, easy offside penalty, extend the lead. And then Surveyor and co give it another go to get back to the forward drives, but their ruck security is letting them down, which is something else that has troubled them in the past, so they're still very much on the ropes. Scotland completely over New Zealand already. Again, lovely delayed passing. It's this time to Hogg. And again, surely Scotland are in. But a last-ditch penalty from New Zealand. Goodness me, they're hanging tough. Scotland are shredding that New Zealand midfield defence. Big questions there. I made a note here that Dempsey in the back row, who came on for Watson early, his physicality was impressive. Scotland are really up. Their tails are up. They're swamping New Zealand with their defence. And New Zealand are very much rattled. So much so they give away another penalty, 23-14. And it just looks like this is Scotland's game for the taking. Richie Gray's causing a nuisance in the line-out as well. It's all looking good. In the last 20 minutes of the game, New Zealand start coming back. They overkick, a good scoring chance, but do have advantage. 23-17. They really needed those points. Hadn't scored for absolutely ages, like 55 minutes or something ridiculous like that. Now, for the first time, New Zealand are linking the forwards and backs together in attack so much better. And a huge moment, Dempsey gets a yellow. And in that moment where they're camped on the line, New Zealand force their way over. Scott Barrett with a try. And in the last 10 minutes, New Zealand are coming to life. Their scrum's looking better. They're getting a platform. It's definitely championship minutes. The game is in the balance. The crowd is absolutely humming. What a contest it must have been to watch. And finally, the All Blacks are getting on the right side of the ref. Now, they look like the most likely winners, and they do. Dominating possession without forcing it. Scotland have to force it. Surveyor, a late move blind, really nice move blind, just holds the inside defence enough for Talea to slide in for another try. That's 23-31. Amazing conversion from Barrett, just puts it beyond a try. So as much as Scotland try, it wouldn't have mattered if they'd scored anyway, and it was too late anyway. So 23-31. Scotland know they should have won this. You've got to put New Zealand away when you have the chance. They let them slowly get back into the game, and New Zealand, fair play to them in the last 15-20 minutes. They came back alive and they won the game. They will be absolutely relieved. Big questions for them for sure. The questions for Scotland again is getting over the line when they're on top. Pop those comments below on that game. Okay, let's talk about France, South Africa. 30 points to 26 to France. I'm going to chop it up into time chunks here. It was a really fascinating game, cracking matchup, so closely matched, all these teams this weekend. Now, it's just whetting the appetite for this World Cup. But anyway, first 10 minutes, I'm liking the South African phase play. Their running attack looking much better than last week. De Klerk's a threat. Leroux's a great passing threat. There's width. The wingers of Colby and Arenza are incredibly dangerous, particularly on the counter. So much better already. And then it's just looking good for South Africa when Pieter-Steph du Toit goes charging into a ruck. I don't think he's really thinking that much, just launches himself head on head with Dante. Nasty looking blow. Dante's off. It is a red card on 40 minutes, and you're thinking, surely South Africa can't get close from now on, but they do get very close. 20 minutes in, the South African line-out is a bit of a weak point in this game. A few errors, France spoiling well, of course. Ramos generally dead-eye from the tee. That extra man starting to tell, and they get the try with Bailly. 13-0, that score is at that point. Then Colby, he's the goal kicker at this point. He's the starting goal kicker. Brilliant goal kick. That was impressive. And yet that red card is probably forcing South Africa to play a bit tighter than they wanted. Early signs were they're going to really actually open out a little bit. So maybe we didn't quite see their true potential. But, I was pretty happy with what I saw from the South African attack, actually. Then we get a try. Big maul, but the Red Sea parts. The French kind of really looking at each other. Khaleesi waltzes in. 13-10, South Africa back in the game. And, it's probably just as well France have got the extra man because their attacking shape doesn't look that fluid. It's a bit bitty, similar to last week. It's actually making quite an even contest. And South Africa is still actually running the ball well despite being a man down and having plenty of defenders for the French. So, second half starts. Very even exchange, mauls and kicks. And then, key moment again, Dupont takes Colby's legs away in the air. Definite red card, 14 versus 14. You think, game on. South Africa peppering France with 5-metre mauls. Leroux, he's a bit of a genius, spots it blind, puts Arenza in. 19-20, South Africa back in the lead. Big moment there, absolutely anyone's game. South African big boys, They're really getting the upper hand. They're probably looking the most confident team. Stretch the lead, 19-23. But, Marchand, I think he's throwing well in the line-out. They're using the long throws quite a lot. They come back into it 22-23. So close. Into the last 20 minutes, a really high attrition rate in this game. Loads of players forced off the pitch. The South African attacking shape continues to look very joined up. I like it. The runners are flowing onto the ball with pace. They've lost a few goal kickers, so it's back down to Willemse, but he actually gets one. 22-26, they're in the lead by 4, if I can do my maths there. Another note, Makalou on the wing. Goodness me, he's an athlete. He plays back row, can play anywhere. Just an absolute physical specimen. Really, really great to watch. Into the last 10 minutes, the French maul forces a yellow. That's FRA. So again, they're up a man, so that's quite important. And then the first poor line out of the game for France butchers a great opportunity. So that was a big chance. But they are a man up. The momentum is with France. They're pushing towards the winner, but too much goal line pressure and they get the try. Is it a double movement? Kind of looked it to me live, but the ref was happy. The TMO said he was happy, but they lost communication. It's a bit of a mess. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of theories out there to what happened, but who knows? The try stood 27-26. They had another penalty and all of a sudden France actually win. France, they've won a couple of games now without being that great, to be honest, so that's their positive. South Africa, though, their team shape, I thought, looked really good. I think they should be very happy with this game. Sure, they won't be happy with that last try, but, maybe chalk it up as a positive for them as well. Let me know what you thought of that one. Okay, let's get into another great game. Wales 20, Argentina 13. Good performance from Wales. Best performance I've seen them for a while, I'd say. First 15 minutes, the clear signs are that Lewis, Rees-Zammit and Dyer, incredibly dangerous with their speed, especially on return of kick. They're causing havoc for Argentina, and Wales are looking to keep the ball alive. Quick attack, very, very dynamic. It's good stuff. But some poor ruck and offside discipline actually puts Wales behind 0-6, even though I thought they were actually playing fairly well. And Argentina seems to be doing similar to what they did against England, trying to soak up the pressure, staying in it, trying to stay composed. But that Welsh attack is hungry and it's fast, and it looks like it's a matter of time. They're attacking from depth, maybe again at times overplaying slightly in their own half. They're at risk of getting frustrated because they're getting such great attacking ball and they can't score. But then finally, on half an hour of attack, the dam breaks and Faletau forces over. Well deserved the lead, 7-6. By far the most dangerous side. Converting it into points, that was vital. It gave them the confidence boost that they need. It just looks like they're on it, but we know Argentina never roll over. Last 10 minutes of the half, the Welsh are popping, they really are, achieving incredible ruck speed almost at will. Argentina are tackling well, but they've got to slow down that Welsh ball, which they can't. Inevitable penalty, 10-6 at half time. Like I said, just need to be careful not to overplay, but they look like the best side. Into the second half, Lewis Rees-Zammit continues to look electric on the counter-attack from fullback. It's a great way to get his hands on the ball. Maybe it's a long-term strategy. Let me know what you think. And loads of variation in the Welsh attack. They go blind, lots of reverse blind, inside, outside and offloads. I really like it. Loads of variation for the defence to think about. But eventually it does descend into a prolonged kicking battle. And it's finally Argentina that blink first when Melia, dawdling on a kick, great charge down from Thomas Williams, earns himself an opportunist try. Great score, 17-6, and Argentina don't really recover from that. Last 20 minutes, Argentina, they wake up. They know they have to go and win this game now, not just soak it up, but it's slipping away, and Wales go through a big period of defence here. Huge jackal from Adam Beard, 5 metres out. That was good. Tipperick earning a good penalty. They're working so hard now. They've done a lot of the attacking work. They now know they just got to knuckle down and get this done. But yeah, it's a good period of attacking possession for Argentina. Heroic Welsh defence. They hold the ball up over the line as well. I mean, they know if they weather this patch, that's probably the game. But then I know Wales, they're defending fine, but Rowlands just can't help himself. Plays the ball on the ground. Too obvious, unnecessary yellow. Could have cost them, but doesn't. Argentina, they have 10 minutes of solid possession here, and they just haven't been able to do anything with it. Okay, Wales, finally get back onto the attack with about 20 minutes to go. Huge drive from Jack Morgan gives them an instant 3 points. That's useful. For the first period they had back on attack, straight on the points, 20 points to 6. And that's the pattern now for the rest of the game. Argentina getting the possession, good set piece, but Wales repeatedly coming up with big defensive plays. George North with another one. And Wales survived that sin bin period up to 15 players. That's big. But Argentina finally makes something stick with Caparero mauling over the back of a line out, 2011, so they do get over the line. But that's the last time. The last 10 minutes is really Wales singing it out very sensibly. Argentina, don't have a sniff, to be honest. Great win, really good stuff from Wales. Best performance I've seen for a while. Let me know what you think. And last but not least, an amazing win for Italy. 28 points to 27 against Australia, who were looking so good last week. Goodness me, we're in such a great competitive period. Can Italy step up again and really challenge in the Six Nations? They got their win last time against Wales, but this was maybe even a bigger scalp, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Now, first 10 minutes, Italy are really taking the game to Australia. So impressive, they're not just sitting back and soaking up. Good defence, but really slick phase attack as well. Plenty of ball movement. Italy clearly want to play fast. They don't want to slow it down at all. Now, Australia, they're pushing hard, but Italians, they're defending, top turnovers. The line speed of Italy is right up there with the best teams. Though they've definitely made a big improvement in that area. Ioane on the wing, I think, makes a huge difference as well to their attacking intent. So that was big for them. And then they get their try. 10-3 it is at that point. Morosi with a wonder over-the-top cut-out pass to Bruno. Cracking try. And another thing I think Italy have improved since last couple of years is their clear-out, very aggressive, getting them that quick ball they need if they want to play fast. And they're buzzing now, and it's simply short pullback passes, lovely hands, but attacking the ball at pace, started by that man Ioane. Magic stuff, puts Capuoso in space, he can dummy and fly over. So much pace on that attack, absolutely love it, and simple passes, sometimes looks the best. 17-3, so impressive. They do manage to get back into it to Australia. It's Lolosio with his magic over the top pass this time to Wright, who's on form. Lovely dive, swan dive finish. Not sure of Lolosio's kicking technique though, a bit curly. That could have cost them. 17-8 at half time. Australia decide to tuck the ball under the jumper for a bit. Go to work, keep it simple, it works. McWright boshes over, 17-15, so they're getting back into it. What a great contest. And Italy have been looking good in past weeks, but surely this is the proof they now have stepped up again. 20 minutes, they just fight it out of stalemate, but that's fine for Italy because they're up. And then Ioane makes the next try for Italy. Love this guy. Again, his insertion into the line creates the space for that man Capuoso again. Ghosts over with his pace, 25-15. Yeah, really nice breakaway try though from Australia, keeps them back in it. Lovely wide conversion, 25-22. Now a costly miss for Padovani from the tee, but he does get another chance and he nails it the second time. Australia, they get their try in the red, but it's too late. They can't make up the difference. 28-27. Unbelievable game. What a result for Italy. What a weekend of rugby. Sorry that was such a long one, but just had to get all those games in there. I will get onto that Ireland game at some point, but pop all those comments down below. Let me know what you thought of those teams, those games, who impressed, and I'll catch you next time.